The angels have been watching you, and they've seen something. Something you do almost without thinking. Something that feels natural, maybe even protective. But here's what they want you to know right now. This one behavior is standing between you and the life you were born to live. It's blocking every blessing that has your name on it. And the most shocking part, you probably don't even realize you're doing it. In the next 60 seconds, I'm going to reveal what the angels are urgently trying to tell you. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what needs to shift for your destiny to unlock. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear could change everything. Welcome, beloved soul. If you're hearing these words right now, it's not by accident. The divine has guided you here because there's a message your spirit needs to receive. Before we go any further, I want you to do something powerful. Type the words "I receive" in the comments right now. Don't just watch passively, declare your readiness. When you type those words, you're opening your heart to what the angels want to pour into your life. And if this is your first time here, welcome to Heaven's Love Whisper channel, where divine messages find hungry hearts. Click that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because the messages coming through this channel are specifically designed to reach people like you, people who know there's more, people who are ready to step into their true calling. Now, let's talk about what the angels are seeing. They're watching you carry something that was never meant to be yours. They're watching you operate from a place that feels safe but is actually a prison. And the behavior they're asking you to release, it's the need to control everything. The compulsion to manage every outcome, to plan every detail, to make sure nothing goes wrong. To hold the reins so tight that your knuckles turn white and your spirit can't breathe. This isn't about being responsible or wise. This is about something deeper, something that has roots in fear, in trauma, in the belief that if you don't control it, it will all fall apart. Listen carefully. Control is a prison that disguises itself as power. You think you're protecting yourself by staying 3 steps ahead, by never letting your guard down, by anticipating every problem before it arrives. But what you're actually doing is blocking the flow of divine intervention. You're telling God, "I've got this. I don't need your help." And heaven respects your free will, so the angels step back. The miracles that were heading toward you pause. The divine appointments get rescheduled. The doors that were about to swing open wait for you to let go. The Bible tells us something profound. In Proverbs 3:5-6, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. Read those words again. Trust with all your heart, not half. Not the parts you're comfortable releasing. All of it. And notice what it says. Lean not on your own understanding. Your understanding is limited. Your perspective is finite. You can only see what's in front of you, but God sees the entire landscape of your life from beginning to end. When you insist on leaning on your own understanding, when you trust only what you can figure out, you're choosing the smaller vision over the infinite one. Here's what the angels want you to understand. Every moment you spend trying to control an outcome is a moment you're not available to receive. What's already prepared for you? Think about it. When your hands are clenched in fists, trying to hold everything together, those same hands cannot receive what's being offered. You cannot catch water in a closed fist. You cannot receive blessings with hands that refuse to open. The very act of controlling creates a barrier between you and your destiny. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but if I don't control it, it will fall apart. If I don't manage every detail, things will go wrong. If I don't stay vigilant, I'll get hurt again. And that's where the root of this behavior lives, in the hurt. Somewhere along the way, you learned that the world isn't safe unless you're managing it. Maybe someone let you down. Maybe something terrible happened when you weren't paying attention. Maybe you trusted someone who betrayed that trust, and you made an unconscious vow. Never again. I will never be caught off guard again. I will never let anyone else have that much power. I will control my life so tightly that pain can't find a way in. But beloved, pain found a way in anyway, didn't it? Because the pain of living in constant control, the exhaustion of trying to manage every variable, the loneliness of not being able to trust anyone or anything, that's its own kind of suffering. You traded one wound for another, and the angels are saying, it's time to heal both. It's time to release the behavior that's been your security blanket and step into the truth of who you really are. A child of the Most High, protected not by your own efforts, but by divine grace. Proverbs 16:9 says, in their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. You can plan all you want. You can create spreadsheets and backup plans and contingency strategies. But at the end of the day, it's God who establishes your steps. It's the divine hand that opens and closes doors. It's heaven's timing that determines when things unfold. And when you try to force your timeline, when you manipulate circumstances to match your plan, you often end up in places you were never meant to be, with people you were never meant to stay with, doing things that drain your spirit, because they're not aligned with your true path. The angels are asking you to consider something. What if letting go of control isn't weakness? What if it's actually the most powerful thing you could do? What if surrender isn't giving up, but waking up to the reality that you were never meant to carry this burden alone? You were never designed to be your own savior. You were created to walk in partnership with the divine, to co-create with heaven, to trust that the same God who holds galaxies in place can certainly handle the details of your life. Now, before we go further, I want you to do something for me. If this message is resonating with you, if you're feeling the truth of these words in your spirit, go ahead and hit that like button. Let the algorithm know that this message matters, that people need to hear this. Because somewhere right now, someone else is lying awake at night trying to control something they were never meant to manage. And they need to hear what you're hearing. Your like helps this message reach them. Let's go deeper into what controlling behavior actually looks like. Because sometimes we don't even recognize it in ourselves. Control shows up when you can't delegate tasks because nobody will do it right. It shows up when you stay in relationships or jobs that are clearly finished because you can't accept that something is ending without your permission. It shows up when you replay conversations in your mind, trying to figure out what you should have said, as if you could retroactively control the outcome. It shows up when you give advice that nobody asked for, when you correct people constantly, when you need to know every detail of what's happening, even when it doesn't concern you. Control shows up in your body too. It's the tension in your shoulders, the tightness in your jaw, the shallow breathing, the inability to fully relax even when you're trying to rest. Your body is holding the stress of trying to manage the unmanageable, and it's breaking down under the weight. The angels see this. They see the physical toll that this behavior is taking on you. They see the headaches, the insomnia, the digestive issues, the constant state of alert that your nervous system is stuck in. And they're saying, beloved, your body is not designed to live in perpetual emergency mode. Here's a truth that might sting a little, but it's necessary. When you need to control everything, you're actually operating from a place of deep mistrust. You don't trust God. You don't trust the process. You don't trust other people. And most painfully, you don't trust yourself. Because if you truly trusted yourself, you would trust your ability to handle whatever comes. You wouldn't need to control the outcome because you would know that no matter what happens, you have the inner resources to navigate it. Your need to control is actually a statement of fear, a declaration that says, I don't believe I'm capable of handling uncertainty. But the Bible tells us something different about who we are. Philippians 4:13 declares, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. All things. Not just the things you've planned for. Not just the comfortable things. Not just the outcomes you've rehearsed. All things. That includes the surprises, the detours, the plot twists, the unexpected challenges. You are equipped for more than you realize. But you'll never discover your true strength as long as you're preventing anything unpredictable from entering your life. The angels want you to understand that your destiny exists on the other side of surrender. The life you're meant to live, the purpose you're meant to fulfill, the joy you're meant to experience, it's all waiting in the place where you release control and trust the divine plan. But you cannot access it from where you currently stand. You have to let go. You have to take your hands off the steering wheel and allow heaven to navigate. I know that sounds terrifying. Every cell in your body might be screaming, "No," right now. because letting go feels like losing. It feels like you're putting yourself in danger. It feels like everything will spiral into chaos. But that's the fear talking, not the truth. The truth is that God's plan for you is better than anything you could orchestrate on your own. Isaiah 55:8-9 says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." Think about what that means. God's ways are higher. His thoughts are higher. His plan for you is operating on a level that your human mind cannot even conceive. So when you insist on controlling everything according to your limited perspective, you're actually choosing the lesser plan. You're settling for what you can imagine, instead of receiving what God has imagined for you. And what He's imagined is so much bigger, so much more beautiful, so much more aligned with who you truly are. Let me tell you what happens when you release control. First, there's fear. Yes, fear is going to show up. That's normal. That's expected. But here's what comes after the fear. Relief. A deep, profound relief that you don't have to hold everything together anymore. That you can breathe. That you can rest. That you can stop performing the exhausting role of being everyone's solution and everything's manager. And after the relief comes something even more beautiful. Space. Space for miracles to enter. Space for divine intervention. Space for synchronicities and signs and doors that open without you having to bang on them. When you surrender control, you become available to receive what's been trying to reach you. The relationship that you couldn't force into being suddenly appears naturally. The opportunity that you were straining to create simply presents itself. The healing that you were trying to engineer through your own effort flows in effortlessly. This is how the kingdom of heaven operates. It operates through grace, not force. Through trust, not manipulation. Through surrender, not domination. Matthew 6:33 instructs us, "But seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." Seek first the kingdom, not your agenda, not your timeline, not your carefully constructed plan. Seek alignment with the divine will, seek righteousness, seek truth, and everything else will be added. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to manipulate it. You don't have to control it into existence. It will be given now. Let's address the question that's probably forming in your mind. If I let go of control, what do I do instead? How do I function? How do I make decisions? Great question. Letting go of control doesn't mean becoming passive or irresponsible. It doesn't mean you stop taking action or making choices. It means you shift from operating out of fear to operating out of faith. It means you do what's in front of you to do. You take the next right step. And then you trust God with the outcome. It means you plant the seeds, but you don't dig them up every day to check if they're growing. You water them, you tend to them, and then you trust the process of growth that's happening beneath the surface. You don't control the timing of the harvest. You don't force the flower to bloom faster. You participate in the process with faith. And you let heaven handle the rest. Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us, there is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. There are seasons in your life. Seasons of planting, seasons of waiting, seasons of harvest, and you cannot control the seasons. You cannot make winter become spring just because you're ready for it. You have to trust divine timing. You have to trust that what's meant for you will arrive exactly when you're ready to receive it, not a moment sooner or later. And here's something the angels want you to know about divine timing. It's perfect. It's never late. It's never early. It's always exactly right. But you can't see that from your limited vantage point. You're standing on the ground looking at one tree, wondering why it hasn't produced fruit yet. But God is above the forest, seeing the entire ecosystem, knowing that this tree needs one more season of root development before it can bear the weight of the fruit it's meant to produce. Trust the gardener. He knows what he's doing. Releasing control also means releasing your attachment to specific outcomes. You have an idea of how things should look. You have a vision of what your life should be. And when reality doesn't match that vision, you suffer. You strain. You try to force the pieces together. But what if the life that's unfolding is actually better than the one you envisioned? What if the closed door was protecting you from something that would have hurt you? What if the delay was positioning you for something greater? Romans 8:28 promises us, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. In all things, not just the good things, not just the easy things, all things, even the disappointments, even the detours, even the things that feel like failures. God is working them together for your good. But you have to trust the process. You have to release your demand that things look a certain way and open yourself to what's actually unfolding. I want to share something with you that might shift your perspective. Every person who has ever stepped into their true destiny had to release control at some point. Every single one. Abraham had to leave his home without knowing where he was going. Moses had to confront Pharaoh without having all the answers. David had to face Goliath without wearing the king's armor. Mary had to say yes to carrying the Messiah without understanding how it would all work out. Jesus himself had to surrender in the Garden of Gethsemane, saying, "Not my will, but yours be done." Surrender is the pathway to purpose. Letting go is how you let God in. Releasing control is how you receive your calling. And the angels are telling you that your moment has come. The time to release this behavior is now. Not tomorrow. Not after you figure out one more thing. Not after you've arranged everything perfectly. Now, right now, in this moment. They're inviting you to take the most courageous step you've ever taken. The step into trust. So how do you actually do this? How do you release a behavior that's been your survival mechanism for years, maybe decades? You start small. You start with one thing. You choose one area of your life where you're going to practice letting go. Maybe it's delegating a task at work without micromanaging how it gets done. Maybe it's allowing your partner to handle something their own way without correcting them. Maybe it's accepting an invitation without planning every detail of how the event will unfold. Start with one thing and practice surrender there, and when the fear comes, because it will, you speak truth to it. You remind yourself of who God is. You declare Psalm 46:10, "Be still, and know that I am God." You breathe. You pray. You say, "I don't have to control this. God is in control, and I trust Him." You might have to say it 100 times. That's okay. Say it until your spirit believes it, until your nervous system relaxes, until the compulsion to take back control starts to fade. Prayer is your greatest tool in this process. Not the kind of prayer where you tell God what to do and how to do it, but the kind of prayer where you surrender your will to His, where you say, "God, I don't know how this is going to work out, and I'm scared, but I trust you. I release my need to control this situation. I place it in your hands. Show me what I need to do, and give me the courage to trust you with the rest." And then you have to actually let it go. You can't pray for surrender and then spend the next 3 hours strategizing about how to manipulate the outcome. True surrender means you release it completely. You place it on the altar and you walk away. You go about your day. You focus on what's in front of you, and you trust that God is working behind the scenes in ways you cannot see. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thine own understanding, in all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct thy paths." This isn't a suggestion, it's an instruction. Acknowledge Him in all your ways, and He will direct your paths. He's not going to abandon you the moment you let go. He's going to step in. He's going to guide you. He's going to make the way where there seems to be no way, but you have to give Him room to work, and control doesn't leave room for miracles. Here's the thing that the angels want you to truly grasp. The destiny that's calling your name isn't found by forcing doors open. It's not discovered by manipulating circumstances or controlling people or micromanaging every detail of your existence. Your destiny is accessed through surrender, through trust, through the radical act of releasing your grip and allowing the divine to lead. And I know that sounds counterintuitive in a world that tells you to hustle harder, plan better, control more. But the kingdom of heaven operates on different principles than the kingdom of this world. You've been carrying a burden that was never yours to carry. You've been playing a role that was never yours to play. You were never meant to be the author of your story. You were meant to be a character in a much larger narrative that God is writing. And when you try to grab the pen from the author's hand, when you insist on writing your own plot, you end up with a story that's smaller, more limited, more predictable than what was originally designed for you. The life you're controlling is a fraction of the life you could be living. Let me say that again because it's important. The life you are controlling right now is only a fraction of the life you could be living if you surrendered. Think about what you're holding onto. Think about the exhaustion of it, the weight of it, the constant mental energy required to keep all the plates spinning. Now imagine what would happen if you set those plates down. If you said, God, these are yours, I've been trying to keep them all in the air, and I'm tired. I'm releasing them to you. What if half of those plates were never yours to spin in the first place? What if they were distractions, keeping you from what you're actually called to do? The angels are showing me something right now. They're showing me people watching this video who are on the verge of breakthrough. People who are so close to their destiny that they can almost taste it. But there's one thing standing in the way, and it's this behavior. It's this need to control. It's this inability to trust. And heaven is saying, we've been trying to get your attention. We've been sending signs. We've been orchestrating circumstances to show you that your way isn't working. And now we're speaking directly through this message. Let go. Let go so we can give you what we've been holding for you. Your breakthrough is not on the other side of more control. It's on the other side of surrender. Your miracle is not going to come because you figured out the perfect strategy. It's going to come because you stepped back and let God step in. And I know you're afraid. I know every fiber of your being is resisting this message. But that resistance, that's exactly how you know this is what you need to hear. The truth always provokes resistance in the parts of us that are still operating in fear. Jeremiah 29 minutes and 11 seconds declares, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Read that again. God has plans for you, not plans that you have to create, not plans that you have to force into existence, plans that already exist, plans that are already in motion, plans that are designed specifically for your prosperity, your hope, your future. Your job isn't to create the plan. Your job is to align with it, to surrender to it, to trust it. And here's what happens when you finally let go. First, you'll feel lighter, like a weight has been lifted from your shoulders. Because it has. You've been carrying the weight of trying to be God in your own life, and that's a weight no human was designed to bear. When you release it, when you acknowledge that you're not the one in control, and you never were, there's a relief that floods your entire being. You can finally breathe. You can finally rest. You can finally stop performing the exhausting role of puppet master in your own life. Second, you'll start to see things you couldn't see before. When you're in control mode, your vision is narrow. You're so focused on executing your plan that you miss the opportunities, the signs, the divine appointments that are all around you. But when you surrender, your vision expands. You start to notice you start to recognize the divine hand at work. You start to see that God has been orchestrating things all along, and you just couldn't perceive it because you were too busy trying to orchestrate things yourself. Third, you'll experience peace. Real peace. Not the false peace that comes from having everything arranged the way you want it, but the deep, abiding peace that comes from knowing you're held by something greater than yourself. Philippians 4:6-7 tells us, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." That peace that transcends understanding. That's the peace that comes when you stop trying to understand everything and control everything, and you simply trust. And fourth, your destiny will begin to unfold. Not in the way you planned, not according to your timeline, but in a way that's so much better than anything you could have orchestrated. Doors will open that you didn't even know existed. People will appear in your life at exactly the right moment. Opportunities will present themselves without you having to chase them. Resources will flow in from unexpected sources. This is what happens when you get out of your own way and let heaven work. This is what happens when you release the behavior that's been blocking your blessing. The angels want me to tell you something specific. They're saying that some of you watching this have been in a season of waiting, and you've been frustrated because nothing is moving. You've been praying, you've been believing, you've been declaring, but nothing seems to be changing. And the reason is this: you've been trying to control how your prayers get answered. You've been trying to dictate the method. You've been telling God, I need this to happen this way, with this person, by this date. And God is saying, I hear your request, but my answer is going to look different than what you're imagining. And if you're not willing to let go of your specific vision, you won't be able to receive my provision. Stop telling God how to answer your prayers. Stop limiting the infinite to your finite imagination. Stop demanding that your breakthrough look a certain way. Just ask, just trust, just surrender, and watch what heaven does. Watch how miracles show up in forms you never expected. Watch how your needs get met through channels you never anticipated. Watch how your destiny unfolds in ways that are better than anything you could have controlled into existence. I want you to do something powerful right now. I want you to speak this out loud, even if you're alone, even if it feels uncomfortable. Say this: I release control. I surrender my need to manage every outcome. I trust that God's plan for my life is better than anything I could create on my own. I open my hands to receive what heaven has prepared for me. I let go of fear and I step into faith. I am not in control, and that's okay, because God is in control, and He loves me. I receive my destiny. I receive my breakthrough. I receive the life I was born to live. Did you say it? Did you speak those words? If you did, something just shifted in the spiritual realm. The angels just witnessed your declaration, and they're moving on your behalf. The things that were blocked are now being undone. The doors that were closed are now being opened. The miracles that were waiting for your surrender are now being released. You just participated in your own breakthrough. Now, here's what I need you to understand. This isn't a one-time decision. Releasing control is a daily practice, maybe even an hourly practice. You're going to wake up tomorrow, and the compulsion to control is going to be right there, whispering in your ear, trying to convince you that you need to take back the reins. And in that moment, you're going to have to choose surrender again. You're going to have to remind yourself of what you learned today. You're going to have to say, no, I'm not going back to that prison. I'm walking in freedom now. I trust God. And some days, it's going to be harder than others. Some days you're going to feel like you're free-falling, and every instinct is going to scream at you to grab onto something, to control something, to make something happen. And on those days, you're going to have to anchor yourself in Scripture. You're going to have to remember Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. You're not falling. You're being held. You're not losing control. You're finally allowing the one who's always been in control to guide you. This is the memorable line I want to leave you with. And I want you to write this down, screenshot it, tattoo it on your heart. Surrender is not the end of your power. It is the beginning of your peace. Let that sink in. Surrender is not the end of your power. It is the beginning of your peace. You think control makes you powerful, but it actually makes you anxious. You think surrender makes you weak, but it actually makes you free. When you surrender, you tap into a power that's greater than anything you could generate on your own. You access the infinite resources of heaven. You partner with the creator of the universe. That's true power. So today, make the decision. Release the behavior that's blocking your destiny. Let go of the need to control. Stop trying to force outcomes. Stop manipulating circumstances. Stop micromanaging people. Stop living in constant fear that everything will fall apart if you're not holding it together. It won't fall apart. God has it. He's always had it. You just couldn't see it because your hands were in the way. And as you walk forward from this moment, remember that you're not alone. The angels are with you. The Holy Spirit is guiding you. God is holding you. And every time you choose surrender over control, you're making space for miracles. You're creating openings for divine intervention. You're aligning yourself with your true destiny. And beloved, your destiny is magnificent. It's worth the risk of letting go. It's worth the discomfort of surrender. It's worth trusting even when you can't see the full picture. Before you go, I need you to do something important. Type "blessed and ready" in the comments right now. Declare that you're ready to release control and receive your destiny. Let your faith be visible. Let your declaration be recorded. And when you type those words, you're not just commenting on a video, you're making a covenant with heaven. You're saying, "Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I receive. Yes, I surrender." And if this message has touched your heart, if you feel like this was meant specifically for you, I need you to share this video with your friends and family. Someone in your circle needs to hear this. Someone you know is struggling with the same thing, trying to control their way into breakthrough, exhausting themselves in the process. Send them this video. Share it on your social media. Be the vessel that delivers this divine message to someone who's desperate to hear it. Make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss when we post another video like this. The angels have more messages to share, more insights to reveal, more truth to deliver, and you don't want to miss what's coming. Heaven's Love Whisper channel is here to bring you divine messages that transform lives, and your subscription ensures that you're always connected to what the Epso Spirit is saying. And for those of you who love what we do here, for those who feel called to support this ministry, you can give a super thanks as a token of appreciation. Your donations help us continue creating these messages and reaching more people who need to hear them. Every contribution, no matter how small, is a seed that allows this work to expand. We're grateful for your generosity, and we know that as you give, you're also positioning yourself to receive. That's how the kingdom works. I want to leave you with this final thought. Your life is about to change, not because you're going to control it better, but because you're going to surrender it completely. The angels are celebrating right now because you heard the message. You received the truth, and you're making the decision to release what's been blocking you. Your destiny has been waiting. Your breakthrough has been prepared. Your miracle has been packaged. And now, because you're willing to let go, you're finally going to receive it. Walk in faith, beloved. Walk in trust. Walk in the confidence that you are guided, protected, and loved by a God who has already worked everything out for your good. You don't have to control it. You just have to believe it. And as you believe, watch what heaven does. Watch what miracles unfold. Watch what doors open. Watch what blessings flow. This is Heaven's Love Whisper channel, reminding you that you are loved beyond measure, that your destiny is secure, and that the best is yet to come. Release control. Receive your destiny. And remember, surrender is not the end of your power, it is the beginning of your peace. Be blessed, beloved. Until next time, may the peace of God guard your heart and mind. May the angels watch over your path, and may you walk boldly into the destiny that has always had your name on it. Amen.